Breaking news update: after Mahua Moitra was expelled from Parliament, the TMC MP has decided to move the Supreme Court, challenging the expulsion. Now, Mahua Moitra has decided to make the next big move. Remember, the Lok Sabha on 8th had passed a resolution to expel Mahua Moitra, citing unethical conduct based on the reports by the Ethics Committee. We have Harish joining us with more details on what next for Mahua Moitra as she decides to move the Supreme Court. Harish.
Yes, in fact, Christine, it's not. In fact, the Mahua Moitra has moved Supreme Court, challenging her expulsion from Lok Sabha. Remember, on Friday, the Lok Sabha had passed a resolution expelling her on the basis of the Ethics Committee report for unethical conduct impacting the national security. And some of the grounds in her petition is that she has said that Ethics Committee was a quasi-judicial body, but she did not get a proper hearing. And Darshan Hiranandani was not made to testify. Only his affidavit was on record. She was not given an opportunity to cross-examine Nishikant Dubey, Jay Anand Dihadri or Darshan Hiranandani and did not get a free and fair trial. A principle of natural justice violated, and there's no evidence of any cash, any gifts anywhere, and she was expelled solely as she had shared login credentials.
Okay, so Mahua Moitra has moved the Supreme Court with regards to the cash for query allegations against her. She's moved the Supreme Court against expulsion. This is Inside Scoop on Mahua Moitra's legal strategy that we have managed to access. Now, this is source-based information wherein we are learning now that Mahua Moitra has moved the Supreme Court already. With regards to her expulsion, we are learning of more news on what grounds is she citing while moving the Supreme Court. Reportedly, she says Ethics Committee was a quasi-judicial body, did not get a proper hearing. Darshan Hiranandani was not made to testify on the affidavit which was on record. She was not given an opportunity to cross-examine Nishikant Dubey and Jay Anand Dihadri or Darshan Hiranandani. Harish, those, are pretty much the allegations she's leveled against the, ethics panel committee as well. She says that I was not heard properly, that cross-examination of the other stakeholders did not take place. We have Rahul Sinha also joining us on the phone line. Before I come to you, Mr. Sinha, Mahua Moitra moves the Supreme Court and she says proper process has not been followed, due procedure has not been followed, and hence this move.
देखिए, बात ये है, अदालत में जाने का अधिकार भारत का सबका नागरिक का है. कोई भी विचार मांगने के लिए अदालत जा सकता है, लेकिन जिस तरीका से महुआ मोइत्रा संसद को उन्होंने अपमान किया और सारे तथ्यों विदेश से आदान प्रदान किया, ये सारे सबूत आ चुका है. और जिस प्रोसीड्यूर का जरिया से उनको निकाला गया, स्पीकर उनको दंडित किया, एकदम सही प्रोसेस है. लेकिन किसी ने अदालत जाने का निर्णय ले ही सकता है, तो ठीक है. अदालत
जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन है ये प्रिविलेज पैनल की ओर से होनी चाहिए थी, एथिक्स पैनल की ओर से नहीं, और कह रही है फ्री एंड फेयर नहीं था.
नहीं, सब ठीक है, फ्री एंड फेयर ही हुआ, इसलिए फ्री एंड फेयर हो ही नहीं सकता. इसीलिए महुआ मोइत्रा को लग सकता है जो पकड़े जाते हैं उनको ऐसा ही लगता है, जो सब ठीक नहीं है, वो ठीक नहीं हुआ, जो आज बोल रहा है वो भी पूरा ठीक होता तब भी ऐसा ही बोलते. तो इसीलिए सब ठीक हुआ और आखिर में हमको लगता है जो
सिन्हा साहब, एक्सपल्शन के बाद उन्होंने जो बाहर आके मीडिया से बात की थी, उस दौरान भी उन्होंने ये कहा था कि लॉगिन क्रेडेंशियल शेयर करने के अलावा मेरे खिलाफ कोई सबूत नहीं है. कैश गिफ्ट की बात करी उन्होंने और उन्होंने कहा कि कोई सबूत है नहीं, तो किस बेसिस पे मुझे एक्सपेल किया जा रहा है.
जो अपराध करते हैं, एक भी अपराधी आज तक जिंदगी में नहीं बोला मैंने अपराध किया. हर अपराधी 10 तक जो सामने लाते हैं, हमने ये नहीं किया, वो नहीं किया, वो नहीं हुआ, तो वो तो चलता ही रहेगा. जो अपराध किया, देश का साथ बेईमानी किया, संसद का साथ बेईमानी किया, उनका सफाई सुनने का कोई जरूरत नहीं है. इसीलिए सब सबूत देख के ही जो निर्णय लेना है वो निर्णय स्पीकर ने लिया और मैं समझता हूँ वो निर्णय सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जरिया से भी उसको मोहर लगेगा.
जी सिन्हा साहब, एक और सवाल, उन्होंने ये भी कहा बाहर आके कि ऐसा कोई रूल नहीं है जो रोकता है पार्लियामेंटेरियंस को अपना लॉगिन शेयर करने से कि लोगों के जो सवाल है वो ऐसे ही पार्लियामेंट तक पहुंचाए जाते हैं. INDI leaders have also come out to back this. We've lost that line with Mr. Sinha, but Harish, continue telling us about, on what basis has she made this big move?
Yes, in fact, she has cited the ground of violation of right to free and fair trial and also violation of principle of natural justice. She was saying that she wanted to cross-examine Jay Anand Dehadri, Nishikant Dubey and also Darshan Hiran Nandani, the businessman against who had in fact come out and said that whatever Jay Anand Dehadri had given in his affidavit was true. And also she says that Darshan Hiranandani affidavit was taken as evidence, but he should have been asked to come and depose before the ethics committee. She also says that ethics committee does not have the jurisdiction to suggest expulsion. Her matter should have been heard by the privileges committee, not the ethics committee. These are some of the
matter should have been heard by the privileges committee, not the ethics committee. We have Mr. JP Majumdar of the TMC also joining us on the phone line. Mr. Majumdar, Mahua Moitra has moved the Supreme Court against her expulsion. How would you react? Because the INDI stood firm behind her.
The question is self-defense. Defending own self is a constitutionally valid and acclaimed position in our Indian system. So anyone can go to the court of law to say that something wrong has been done and carried out in the name of justice, where basic justice has been denied. So she has got every right to approach the Supreme Court. And there are prima facie several causes to enforce these such cases. And most of all that she was not allowed to put her defense in that particular half an hour drama carried out by BJP.
Okay, she says principle of natural justice violated. I did not get a free and fair trial. But several BJP MPs who were part of the ethics panel said that it was Mahua Moitra who decided to walk out. She could have used that opportunity to have her say.
No. What happened inside the ethics committee, that is something for preview. No one said, because she said that she was abused and she was discredited, she was insulted. That is her version also. My question is another thing. I would want to put a simple point to you that when the voting was taking place in the parliament about her expulsion, my question is, how many of BJP parliamentarians has gone through that report? Have they read even one page? None of them gone through the report, only because party asked them to raise voice and raise their hand, and that was it. It's a travesty of parliamentary system or natural justice.
Okay, you're saying the BJP MPs who voted against her did not even go through the report before putting the report to vote. Many thanks, Mr. Majumdar, for speaking to us. Harish continues to stay on with us. Another interesting contention by Mahua Moitra is that the entire case should have been investigated by the Privileges Committee and not the Ethics Committee, Harish.
Yes, that's right, Kusween. In fact, Mahua Moitra in her petition, in fact, even after coming out of the Lok Sabha, she had raised this ground, saying that this ethics committee had acted without any jurisdiction. Ethics committee did not have the power to suggest a particular punishment, and her matter should have been heard by the Privileges Committee. And other grounds are that there is a violation of free and fair hearing and also principle of natural justice, as Darshan Hiranandani should have been asked to depose before the committee, and she should have been allowed to cross-examine Darshan Hiranandani and also Jay Dehadri and also Nishikant Dubey. But this right was not given to her by the ethics committee, and therefore the entire proceedings before the ethics committee is an eyewash, a hogwash, and should not have been accepted. This is the challenge before Supreme Court and Lok Sabha. She also says that she was not even allowed to speak in the Lok Sabha. Sabha to place her stand before the Lok Sabha, and also did not get a proper fair hearing before the ethics,
And that's what she
ethics
said when she
committee.
came out of the parliament and offered an explanation as well. Let's see how this plays out. Harish, many thanks for joining us with the latest.